Hello, hello, lovely ladies. Today I want to talk to you about a lovely client who felt, I feel like, a disappointment. Now, have you ever felt like you're a disappointment? Like you've disappointed others? Like you've disappointed yourself? Like you've let yourself down? Have you ever beat yourself up like that? I know a lot of women do. And that's why I thought I would share this with you. And a lot of the time, and with this client as well, we think that other people think that we're disappointments. So we are literally putting words or thoughts in someone else's head when we don't actually know what they're thinking. It's a big thing that us women do is we go inferential. We make everything about ourselves. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. We can do it in a bad way. It's a thing that we do when we feel or we see somebody walking past and they give us a filthy look, what we perceive to be a filthy look. They might just have had some bad news or something. We think, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do to that person? Don't they like me or whatever? We make it about us. We're always worried about what other people think. Unless we can get rid of that with Creatrix, of course. But I feel like a disappointment. Now, this really beautiful soul was stuck in this place where she felt like a disappointment. And we created this scenario which basically gives us an idea of how she thinks and reacts in different situations. So she chose an imaginary scenario, a place where she would be graduating from a university or a higher education of some sort, and her family was there watching her. Okay, that was the event that she created that she knew would trigger her to feel like, I feel like a disappointment. So we ask a series of questions to see what her current automatic responses are, what she goes to and what's going on in her mind and heart and soul in those moments. So I'm going to read the before, and then I'm going to read what she felt after we'd done and released that belief. So before, when we created the scenario, she's graduating from higher education. What is she focused on? What was she focused on before we did Creatrix? That my certificate, whatever it is, whatever it was for, my certificate is not as good as the others who are getting there, who are graduating. In that moment, after we had completed, well, after she'd got her learnings, she was focused on how proud I feel for me and for all the other people there, completely night and day in those. Now, in the moment before, what was she caring about? She was caring about that her parents don't see her certificate, her certification, as good as everybody else's certification. She believes that her parents believe she's not as smart as everybody else there. That's what she was caring about. My family don't think I'm as smart as everyone else there. And after we had gone through and got those learnings, she was caring about my family are there to enjoy this with me. I feel elated. Now, before we healed this, she was believing about herself. What are you believing about yourself? I'm not as smart as others. I only just got through. I don't deserve to do any better than what I have. Now, in that moment, after, what was she believing about herself? I have achieved amazing things, and this is just the beginning. Before, what was she believing about the situation? I can't wait for it to be over. Now she's believing, woohoo, she's having love. She's getting hugs from everybody. There's lots of love and laughter. Can you see the difference in what she was thinking before we released the I feel like a disappointment, getting her own learnings, and what she was feeling after? Totally different responses to instant questions. Before, she was thinking, I just want to go and party. And after she feels really good in the moment. It's awesome. Now, before we took a measurement of what it was what that was feeling like in her body, and she said it's a lump in her throat, like she was, you know, holding back tears. And she said, I just feel sad and depleted. And it felt a 10 out of 10 in gravity that I feel like a disappointment. Now, after, she felt grateful and happy, and it was a 0 out of 10. So that is a huge change. Now, I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the internal wisdoms that she gained through this process. Every single woman's are going to be different. They are yours and yours alone. This is what makes Creatrix so profound, so fast, so lasting, so amazing, because it is not me telling you that you are amazing, because that means absolutely jack shit. For somebody else to tell you that, it might feel good in that moment, but it doesn't last. It's not a cemented in here wisdom. It's some kind of outside validation that, although good in a moment, it doesn't change or shift that belief or that feeling within your body, okay? Getting the learnings from within your soul wisdom is what makes the shift. It releases. It's like pressing the delete button, pressing the factory reset button on a computer. Okay, it deletes everything. It's not just putting it into the recycle bin where it can, you know, come back, or it's still there causing glitches in the system. Sorry, scratch my eye. It's deleted everything for you to start fresh and reinstall the positive programs, which are these realizations, these epiphanies, these learnings. And I'm just going to read you a couple. Okay, know you have done your best. Know that you are loved. And then it doesn't matter. You cannot disappoint people who love you. Don't sweat the small stuff. Chill out. Everything will be okay. Be content with who you are. Don't assume to know what other people are thinking. You do not need to prove anything to anyone else. So there's just a couple. I mean, how profound are those? If that sinks in from the cells of your body into your mind, okay? It's not coming from out here, some external source, somebody else trying to push that in to your brain. It's already in your heart, in your soul, and then in your mind, in your gut, in every part of you, that you are enough. When people love you, you cannot disappoint them. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone else. Know that you've done your 100% best, and that is good enough. People who love you, you cannot disappoint. Okay, these are really big, profound learnings that changed this woman's life. May not be the only one, and yes, we've done quite a number for this lovely, lovely lady. But just imagine if that is something that is holding you back, stopping you from wanting to do education, or wanting to change jobs, or wanting to go travel the world. I don't know. It could be anything for you. But if you have beliefs that are holding you back, making you play small because you have fear behind that, I feel like a disappointment. What's that stopping you from doing? Or what could that be stopping you from doing? Think about it. And if you have that belief, or any other for that matter, you do not have to stay stuck in it, having it affect every decision you make, have it affect all that you feel. She felt sad. She felt depleted. It was an energy sucking belief that was making her live small. keeping her small instead of reaching her full abilities. And, you know, since having this belief released, she said that she had been so productive in her work. She was just focused. She was just able to kick things out, done. She was getting shit done and she was feeling good about it. She wasn't not doing it because she was afraid of being disappointment. Does that make sense? When you think you're going to be disappointing people, it stops you from even trying. You don't want to disappoint them, so you don't do. You play small, you keep yourself stuck in this box. Anyway, I hope that this has helped to give you an idea of how you can change your life, how women are choosing to step up, choosing to change the way that they think, the way that they feel, the way that they are living their life to be better for themselves. And that flows on to every area and every other person in their life as well. She's now stepping up and doing things that she wouldn't have done before, and she's showing her kids what it's like to be a strong, confident woman who can achieve whatever the fuck she wants to achieve. Okay, if you want to know more, reach out to me at any time and have a conversation. Bye.